Arcadian Vanguard presents The Wrestling News and your daily wrestling newscast for Thursday, June 20th, 2024. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with last night's AEW Dynamite broadcast live on TBS from the Eagle Bank Arena in Fairfax, Virginia. In the main event, Pac defeated Claudio Castagnoli in a quarterfinal match for the Owen Hart Cup Invitational. Earlier in another Owen Cup quarterfinal, Chris Statlander beat Nyla Rose. Will Ospreay came face-to-face in a promo segment with his Forbidden Door opponent, AEW World Champion Will Ospreay.
Because when it comes to this AEW World Championship, it's always personal. So when you go home, send my regards to Al and Harry again.
Big Swerve Strickland. We're very intentionally crossing the line here. We're very close to needing security out here, I can tell you that. It might not be the popular thing, but I think it was smart that Strickland just pushed that button on Ospreay. I do, just my opinion. Yeah, is he going to take Will Ospreay off of his game for Forbidden Door? We are just days away from finding out.
Later in the show, Ospreay came to the aid of MJF in fighting off Gates of Agony, Brian Cage, and Hechicero, who had come out to attack Daniel Garcia and Matt Menard.
MJF turned his back on the machine. And there he went. Oh, brother. It's just the numbers are too great. And now look at Hechicero. The right hands, and now he's tying up the arm of MJF. He's really going to try to snap it. That's how you do it. That'll tear a guy's bicep in a heartbeat. Oh, look at this. Pulling up on the elbow of MJF. Hechicero, he's trying to... That's brutal. Now what? It's Will Ospreay! The international champion, Will Ospreay, coming to the aid of MJF. This is wild. Bizarre, but I'm loving it. Completely unexpected.
Hechicero is the scheduled opponent for MJF at Forbidden Door. MJF had already defeated Arush in the opening match of the show. In other results, the Acclaim beat World Tag Team Champions the Young Bucks in a non-title eliminator match. And Orange Cassidy, Kyle O'Reilly, Mark Briscoe, and Dante Martin defeated Roderick Strong, Kyle Fletcher, Konosuke Takeshita, and Zack Sabre Jr. After the match, Jack Perry took down Martin while Takeshita and Briscoe brawled to the back. And in more AEW news, the company is bringing Dynamite and Collision to the United Kingdom for the first time, according to an official announcement yesterday. The double taping is scheduled to take place at the Utilia Arena in Cardiff, Wales on August 21st, with tickets going on sale next Friday. Said Tony Khan, quote, "The event will serve as the perfect kickoff to what will be an amazing week for AEW fans in the United Kingdom, culminating with All In London at Wembley Stadium on August 25th, end quote. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.